4 days, 8 hours, 1 minute. Make that 2 minutes since Steamboat Geyser last erupted in Wyoming. 482. Can kind of tell it's going to erupt again soon. Things are reflecting. Selwyn Swain, 199. Steamboat Geyser is 175. 17 plus 5 is 22. And 22 is the most powerful number in numerology. Now my guess for the next eruption is 1:24 AM, reflected in 142. Steamboat Geyser, Wyoming. It's 10:56 PM Mountain Standard Time now. And the next eruption, 1:24 AM. That's my guess. Brat Reflection, Wamsutter. I've given this surname to Sebastien. Oh, and Mountain Standard Time? It's Mountain Standard Time now. Daylight saving ended at midnight last night in Wyoming, along with most states in the USA. It's now Standard Time. Selwyn Swain, 199. 19.9 degrees in Canberra. Naked is 35. Naked. 14.2 in Hobart. And 24.2 in Perth. Bad is 7. Twin bulbs, 122. 12.2 degrees in Melbourne. And like I said, Steamboat Geyser equals 175. 17.5 degrees in Adelaide. 17 plus 5 is 22. Western Park is 142. Daffodils. Twin bulbs. Twin Mirrorboy equals 199. Twin Mirrorboy. Selwyn Swain. So, Miracle is 61. Do you believe in miracles? Breeze is 61. The boy who lost his life in the firestorm. No miracle there. Just a tragedy. A disaster. But what lies on the other side? Don't know. Nobody knows. 22nd of October, anniversary of Jake's abduction and murder. No miracle there. Tragedy. 1:16 was the time. 1:16 PM. On the anniversary. 30 years since Jake was abducted and murdered. His killer's name is Daniel. We now know this. For 27 years it was a mystery. Now we know who killed Jake. His name is Daniel. Daniel equals 45. Killer is 67. Killer. Devil, 52. Who's the killer devil? Daniel. He's the evil twin in Red Rain. Bad is 7. 8:45 PM. On the 7th of October. This was the 71st major eruption of Steamboat Geyser. Samuel equals 71. The fire, 71. Samuel. He has the gift of pyrokinesis. Gift or curse? Steve has the same value. Steve is 71. Who plays with fire? Who plays with the ocean? 22 and 30. It was the 30th anniversary on the 22nd of Jake's abduction and murder by Daniel. Angelic is 51, and we're talking 3 angelic demons. Selwyn Swain is 199, right? Still there? Yes. 19.9 degrees in Canberra. It's the value of Selwyn Swain. 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. It's 21.6 degrees in Sydney. 8 days and 7 hours is 199 hours. And Selwyn Swain was born on the 6th of September, 6-9. Sting, 6-9. Sting like a bee. Melissa formed on the 11th at 11 a.m. on the 11th. Subtropical storm Melissa and then subtropical storm Rebecca formed on Wednesday the 30th, the same day that Steamboat erupted. We had a Devil's Night surprise. Subtropical storm Rebecca forms in the Central Atlantic. October 30, 2019. 6:23. This was her. She formed in the same region as where Pablo formed. Unusual, because the sea surface temperatures were really cool. Pablo even became a hurricane in these conditions. The next name on the list is, well, we usually don't get down this far. It's Sebastien. The one after Rebecca is Sebastien. Snake Boy. Sebastien. Sebastien is number 18. Not number 19. They skipped the letter Q. If we go ahead to 2021, I noticed Marco on next year's name list. Kyle and Marco are the names that catch my eye. And Cristobal always catches my eye. Grace. Gee, I wonder who the Mirror Boy is. And Danny, the name of Jake's killer. His name was Daniel. He went by Danny. Twin bulbs, 122, bad twin bulbs of Selwyn Swain, symbolized by the twin peaks of Papandayan and Puntang. Up here in West Java, Indonesia, a twin-peaked volcano. So this next eruption of Steamboat Geyser is going to reflect. Sebastien is coming, and he's going to be a hurricane in November, which is really weird. Sebastien, the Snake Boy. Serpentine Sebastien. It is Sunday, the 3rd of November 2019, in Wyoming. Wamsutter. I decided to give that as a surname to Sebastien, so his name is Sebastien Wamsutter. He's a blonde boy, a snaky boy, with green eyes. Caspar, not to be confused with Jasper though. Caspar the Ghost, not to be confused with Jasper. Jasper's on the Australian cyclone name list, but the J name that comes before him is Joshua. So, where do you want to go? Jackson? That's pretty close to Steamboat Geyser. And that connects to the other thing. Sebastien is coming. Rebecca was number 17. Rebecca is Jacob's mother in the Bible. Jacob is a twin in the Bible. Twin, 66. Sign, 47. Twin, bad boy, Jacob is 31. Canberran, pain in the butt. Agony is 62. Canberra is 62. Mirror Boy, 133, Wetterling. 316s are 48. Wet is 48. Rude is 48. Bad lad Jayton. The Ring. He wears a ring, like the Ring of Mordor. Gives him bad power. Bad power. Dragon power. Tropical Cyclone, 171. 273. I was working on this number. What equals 273? I don't know. 324. Hey, that's weird. 234 is Sebastian Wamsutter. And 324, what's that? That, I think, if 124 is the time of the eruption, I guess that would be the time in New York, 3:24 a.m. Because New York is 2 hours behind, I'm pretty sure it is, 2 hours behind Jackson. I think so. I think it's 2 hours different. 106, yes. Hey, that's the number of hours. 106. Wyoming, the name Wyoming, equals 106. Prophecy is 106. Pain is 40. David is 40. Joshua is 74. David and Joshua. The coordinates of New York are David and Joshua. The next J name on the Australian cyclone name list is Joshua. Prophecy 106. New York time. 273. I was working on that number because it's connected to 7337. Bulb is 37. 173. 273. All those numbers are connected. But 321, that's the time in New York. If it's 124 in Wyoming, it's 324 in New York. That will be the time in New York when Steamboat goes off. Today, it'll be 3:24 a.m. in New York. Manic Monday. And then we know it's true. Sebastien really is coming as a hurricane against all odds. And what else? Is it 2020 or 2022? When does Mount Papandayan erupt in West Java, Indonesia? I'm leaning towards 2020 because 3 6s are 18. But on the other hand, I'm only just leaning towards 2020. Steam is 58. Steam. Give me steam. It's 5:08 in Canberra. It'll be 7:24 here. 7:24. Yeah, 7:24. That will be the time, Australian Eastern Daylight Time, when Steamboat erupts. Okay. Coolies. Lee Suta is 121. 6 is the devil's number. She's the adoptive mother of the twins in Red Rain. 17-2, Jake's birthday is February 17. Okay. There's plenty happening, man. Going back to 2002. Got to go into the last page now. 2002. This is why I'm leaning towards, well, I don't know which way to lean. 2020 or 2022. I keep changing my mind. The answer is in here. I just can't figure it out. Friday, 26th of April, 2002. Bad Mirror Boy, 140. 2220. Okay, if it's 2220, that's not funny. That's totally not funny at all. Friday the 13th of September 2002. I think it's 2020. But it could be 2022. Actually, it probably is. Look at that. 20 years. Add 20 years instead of 20 minutes. And you get 2022. So maybe I shouldn't say too much about 2020. Even though 2020 is a reflection of 2002. When I talked to the girl at the Indonesian embassy, she said, "Oh no, not 2020. Because she's, I don't know, she's having a big birthday. in 2020. I said, don't worry, I don't think it's like anything terrible. It's just going to erupt. 133, Wetterling, Mirabai. The terrible thing's not till 2023. And that's going to affect Singapore. Because there's an angel in jail and he can't stay there for 20 years. He's going to be freed in 2023. See, Nathan and Jake, they are not trapped in hell like the DJ. They went through hell and they were able to keep going. Out the other side, onwards and upwards. But this guy's trapped in hell by human sadists, disguised as authoritarian government, judiciary. They're demons. They've got him in their lair, along with a lot of other people, but anyway. This guy's a loving guy. Sensitive, good heart. And what they've done to him is beyond wicked, beyond cruel, beyond despicable. So something's going to happen in 2023, and I think it involves a meteorite hitting the Singapore Strait. And it's going to completely destroy Singapore. There won't be much left of Singapore. Just like there wasn't much left of the DJ's backside after they caned him earlier this year. There's not going to be much left of Singapore either after the meteorite hits. But when in 2023? Well, I don't know. Martin's birthday is September 6th, but doesn't mean it's going to happen then. Jake's birthday is the 17th of February, but it doesn't mean it's going to happen then. Nathan's birthday is coming up soon. He was born on a Friday. They were all born on a Friday. But Nathan's birthday is on it's this month. The 24th of November is Nathan's birthday. So there'll be something on this day too, for sure. Something will happen on the 24th of November. Something interesting. The 22nd is Friday. Why today? Because I heard Manic Monday the other day. Manic Monday by the Bangles. Makes me think something's going to happen on this date. For reasons I won't go into. Or I'll be here all day trying to explain it. We don't want that. Do we? 4 days, 8 hours, 20 minutes since Steamboat erupted. It's going to go off after 4 days, 10 hours, and 31 minutes. If my guess is right. If my guess is wrong, I'm not changing the time for my next guess. I'm just going to move it to Wednesday, the 6th. Because that would make just as much sense as today. Except it leaves the Bangles hanging out to dry, I suppose. 5:13 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. So the time in... Well, it's kind of weird, eh? All the stuff that's been happening. Fire explodes. It did too. One of the fires that started was called the 46 fire. It started on Halloween night, like the night before trick-and-treating time. And then on the night of Halloween, the Maria fire started, and that's freaky for a whole heap of other reasons that I won't go into. Ewan is 65, the DJ's surname. Ewan. Singapore, destruction, destroy. A boy said to me, actually, he said, do you know what the D in God stands for? And I said, no. I said, doomsday? And he goes, oh, he says, close. But no, it's destroy. He must have known he was going to get abducted, tortured, and demonized. Because he gave himself devil horns. Photoshopped himself with devil horns. Which conservatives probably look at that and say, oh, he's Satan. You better believe it. In 2023, you're going to think he is. 23 is Cain. The time is 3:24. It will be 3:24 in New York when Steamboat Geyser goes off in Wyoming. Where will the time be where you live? Well, it depends when Steamboat goes off. It's 5:15 in Canberra. Wyoming. We should go back to Wyoming. That's where Steamboat is. No daylight saving there now. I remembered to factor that in. Otherwise, 2:24 would have been the time. Of course. Wamsutter. Sebastien Wamsutter. A ridiculous name. But then he's a ridiculous boy coming in November. Who does he think he is? A November hurricane? Are you crazy? Totally. And yet, it's true. And it's going to be reflected in this eruption of Steamboat Geyser. Even if it's not what I've said, you'll see the reflection. It probably won't be what I've said. Never is. But then again, it might surprise me one day. Marco. M. Melissa. 11 a.m. on the 11th. Melissa formed on the 11th. And I think that's all I need to say. I'm leaning now towards 2022. Evil, 48. Cain is 23. The evil Cain is the non-consensual Cain that's enforced upon a victim against his free will. That's the meaning of evil. That's what demons do. They deprive people of their free will, their freedom. Enslave them. Enslave people. He's going to be freed in 2023. He truly is going to be freed in 2023. Rebecca formed on the 30th. 8 days after the 30th anniversary of Jake's abduction in Minnesota. A Devil's Night surprise. A Devil's Night surprise. Rebecca, Jacob's mother, in the Bible. Eruption is 118. It's 11:18 in Wyoming. (1:24 a.m.) Bad Selwyn o'clock.